Okay, so this is the inaugural episode of what is it, Jake?
DillCast.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about video games and random other assorted media-related content. Maybe some movies if Austin wants to talk about movies. Maybe some other random shit if Jake wants to talk about like babies and shit. I don't know. Is that what you want to talk about, Jake?
Games and life.
Games and life. I think that's a good way to view it because I didn't really like. I don't know, because there's like a million podcasts out there of like people talking about a million different things, right? So it's like where do I stand in it all? And it's like, I don't know. My whole like mantra has just been like, just talking about shit that interests me, you know, and that's it. So
Well, it seems like maybe the YouTube channel is like you and your musings on games, and the podcast kind of is more inclusive with your friends and people around you a little bit, or
Yeah.
it's easier to do that anyway.
I mean that makes sense to me. All right, Jake, you're raising your hand in Zoom. Do you have a question?
No, I raised my hand about 10 minutes ago before we started recording.
Well, what was your question? What do you want to say? Now's your time.
I don't have one. I want to start talking games.
Okay. Well, let's talk about video games.
Jake, how is it playing Rocket League against AI?
It's gotten quite easy.
Is there difficulty settings in AI on Rocket League? How does it work?
Yeah, I only play on All-Star mode.
All-Star mode. Is that the highest or what is that?
Well, there's unfair.
The lowest.
That's 3 versus 1, and I'm not that good.
Oh, wait, there's 3 versus 1 mode and that's All-Star mode, or what is it?
No, All-Star mode is just like really good AI, 3v3. And then there's unfair mode, which is really good AI, 3v1.
So unfair mode it's against the player, like you're the one being unfaired against. It's 3 good ass
Correct.
AIs against you.
Against one me car.
And you haven't done that yet?
No, I'm getting better.
Okay. And All-Star, so what are the rankings? It's like All-Star is at what level? Like is that a medium or is that a hard or what is it? Is that it?
No, there's like easy, pro, and all-star. I would equate it to hard.
Okay. Well, you recently came into Nintendo Switch Online, I've heard.
Someone bought it for me. It was very nice of them. But I got a random email last night.
But you haven't played online yet?
I have not played online yet.
Well, why not?
I'm gonna wait till I'm good enough so I don't get embarrassed.
I mean,
It's gonna take you a while.
It really will, because I feel like if you're playing Rocket League, like how long Rocket League's been around since when? Jake, you didn't put the date of when Rocket League came out. God,
Been
Was
like
I supposed to?
14 or 15.
Rocket League came out in 2015, so you're 5 years behind on like the multiplayer meta for Rocket League.
I played it once in 2015.
Okay, so you're saying that those skills would carry over. So you've basically been playing for 5 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sure. Okay. So what do you like about Rocket League, Jake?
Quick and easy games.
Mm-hmm.
The controls are smooth, and it's car soccer. What's better than that?
I mean, that's like the big draw because it's like so simple, you know. It's
so simple.
It's like Hot Wheels-esque, you know.
And it's like kind of funny too.
It's kind of hilarious. Yeah.
You can do like crazy flips and stuff and like knock balls all over the place, which I know.
Wait, why am I the only one talking about Rocket League? You guys have played it too.
Well, yeah, but this is your minute right here, Jake.
Yeah, well, you've been playing it recently. I haven't played Rocket League in years.
Neither have I, actually.
Well, what did you like or not like about Rocket League when you played it years ago?
I like it, but as y'all know, I don't really keep up with multiplayer games that well.
Well,
so
neither do I, because it's like it's such like a consistent amount of attention you need to put into a multiplayer game, because it's like it's there's always going to be some kid that's better than you know, so you're going to hop in.
That's why I'm not playing online.
Well, that's true, but I don't know, Jake, you've been playing against the All-Star AI. You might be good, who knows?
Probably not.
Well, but Jake, playing against the AI is just like, I mean, when I was a kid, I would play Twisted Metal 3 for hours, and that was just against myself.
Okay, Twisted Metal 3 is a
and
great
the AI.
game.
Yeah, Twisted Metal 3 is perfect.
Perfect.
When's the last Twisted Metal that they released?
Like 2012 or 13. It was on PS3.
I'm gonna find. I think there's one actually newer than that.
What? I don't think so.
I'll bet you $1. There's one that
Twisted
came
Metal
out.
Head On was for PSP, and it was before that.
Latest release,
Yep.
Twisted Metal 2012.
Who do you think you're talking to?
Damn. All right. So, I did the same thing, Jake, because I played like Star Wars Battlefront against all the AI. Like, who played multiplayer Star Wars Battlefront? Honestly, like back in the day, like the original
Well,
one.
we played together, but I had PS2 online, so I did play it, but not often.
Yeah,
How
but
did you do?
What?
How did you do when you played it online?
I probably not well. To be honest, I hardly remember, and I feel like the connection wasn't very good anyway. There was you had like attached a weird little box. Did you have PS2 online, Cody?
No, I never had. I did the micro little PS2 mini have online capabilities? Because that's what I had.
have no idea. I had a real PS2.
Ooh,
Yeah.
real PS2. Ouch.
Hold on. Let me see. I also had a PlayStation camera for PS2.
Oh, it was that the iToy. What is that thing called?
Yeah, the iToy. Yep. I don't know if I think I used it like once or twice, and there was one game that I have a vague memory of, but if I saw it, I'd be like, "Fuck, that's the one." Are we allowed to curse?
Oh yeah.
Oh, if I saw it, I'd be like, "Fuck, that's the one," but I could not tell you what it is right now off the top of my head.
All right. Well, I liked Rocket League a lot too, Jake, because it was arcadey. I feel like I'm starting to fall into that like genre a lot more. Like it's such a nebulous like word. Like what does arcadey mean? But what I interpret it to mean is like short and quick, like quick little matches, and then it's just like in your face action instantly. Like
And they can just jump in and have fun.
Yeah, exactly. The thing about walking
It's so smooth.
Yeah, well, it is smooth. But think about walking up to an arcade machine and like putting in a quarter, and then it's immediately like do 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 do, and it's like game start.
Yeah.
Like
And then you die and you have to put another quarter in.
Yeah, exactly.
Cody, does that mean you're moving away from bigger games then, like bigger
No.
adventure games?
Not necessarily, but I think I'm like appreciate is almost the wrong word, but I'm starting to like. I don't know. I'm starting to like play them and get into that groove a lot more. I feel like the way I enjoy games is falling into a groove, and that's why I think I play those large games for like such large amount of times. Like I hate picking up like the next game you put on your list here, Jake, Breath of the Wild. I hate picking up Breath of the Wild or a game like it and being like, oh, let me play it for 5 minutes. Like it's not that type of game.
That's why like I've been playing more of the arcade games, and I've probably had more trouble playing through the big like 20+ hour games because I'm like, if I'm gonna sit down and do this, I need to put a bunch of time into it, and I just haven't had the time. So like I end up not playing them.
Yeah, exactly. So
and it sucks.
I actually checked Jake's online Switch like hours spent playing games. Jake, your hand is still raised, by the way. Do you have a question?
No, he's frozen. For me, his video is completely off.
Oh, I don't even have it. All right. Anyways, Breath of the Wild, Jake, you've played for 220 hours.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's a long
God
time for.
Damn, yeah.
I mean, I don't think I've played any Zelda game that long, which is insane.
There's only one other game I've played more hours, and that's Final Fantasy X.
Oh God. Okay. Well, we're gonna move topics extremely quickly then, so we don't have to.
We're gonna get away from Final Fantasy X.
But you finally played Sonic
I
Mania.
hate that you call it X, by the way. I hate that you call it X.
It's FFX. That's what.
It's
FFX.
FFX is fine, but if you're gonna say the full title, it's Final Fantasy X.
I didn't say Final Fantasy.
I'm
X.
talking to Cody.
I can call it whatever I want. It's
No, you can't.
What do the Japanese call it in Japanese? What do they
It
say?
doesn't matter. Jake and I are most Final Fantasy X.
That's true.
Yeah, but you're not most Final Fantasy because I am. And
Only because you have Crystal Chronicles on Switch.
And that's not even a thing I want to be. I just.
Well,
am,
hold on. Wait, did you own Final Fantasy X too?
Yeah.
Did you own Crisis Core on PSP?
No, I didn't own Crisis
Okay,
Core.
well, so we have a contender for most Final Fantasy here.
I have the Final Fantasy VII remaster though.
Yeah, but you don't even like it.
I have odd feelings about that game. I don't hate it as much as I do, those types of games.
I didn't say you hated it. I said you didn't like it.
I've gotten
that might
some
be
disparaging videos from you, Cody, about that game.
Pretty much everything I've heard from you on Final Fantasy VII, remaster or otherwise, I guess it's a remake, has been negative.
Well, we'll get into that later. But Jake, Sonic Mania, you like that game? What is that noise? Iffy?
Yeah, iffy.
I think there's an argument to be made that Sonic Mania it might be one of the best 2D Sonic games ever made.
Literally just a new Sonic game, and Jake is being The thing you need to understand, listener, is that Jake is the most irrational person we know.
That is true.
And
That's
Jake
not
is the
true.
type of person that if someone says, hey, you like this Sonic thing, do you want more of this same kind of Sonic? Jake says, no,
No,
I already
good.
have this
It's
Sonic.
perfect as is. Why do I need more?
I mean, it's like
I don't want to spoil a good thing.
okay, so what if I made this like delicious cheeseburger and then I'm like, Jake, do you want the recipe for this? And you're like, no, I'm good. I just wanted the one.
That's not a good comparison.
Why is-
Because
Actually, it's not a good comparison because I understand that more. I understand that being like, no, this is like a special experience. I come here and I get this. I don't need it all the time. That's
yeah,
not
but
the
what
same
if
thing.
what if I had a device, Jake, that you could put onto a dock that could plug into your TV that could put an image of a cheeseburger at any time you wanted?
That's not the comparison.
No.
Because
Here's the
the
comparison.
comparison
If someone
is-
made you an amazing cheeseburger and they said, hey, do you want to try the other kind of burgers I can make? And Jake said, no, I just want this one.
Okay,
Mm.
Austin actually has the right comparison.
Okay.
Thank you.
But the answer is I want that original cheeseburger.
Okay, the problem with that is that I understand it because there are certain places when I go there, I get the same fucking thing every time.
Okay, so then it's the same thing with the Sonic thing.
No, it's not.
Mm.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's
No.
not.
Anyways, I think Sonic Mania is actually pretty good. Jake, did you get to the part with the Mean Bean Machine little boss fight? I thought that was really funny.
You get
I-
frickin' beaned.
You
I
get
actually
beamed.
don't know because I had played it a while ago and gotten like pretty far. And so I only played like a couple levels yesterday. So I don't know where I got to before.
Hmm.
So maybe.
Okay, I think it's like the second level that has that, but I thought that was
Then
that was cool.
probably. I'm on level like 4.
The best Sonic game, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean
Sonic
Machine.
2.
No, Dr.
Sonic
Robotnik's
2.
Mean Bean Machine.
It is Sonic 2 of the ones I've played. It's Sonic 2.
It's actually Sonic
It's 100%
Generations,
Sonic.
which none of you have played. So,
I have
Yeah.
actually played that once with you, but
It's
not
good.
much.
all right, Jake, that's all you've been playing. You've been in baby mode, so that's it, huh?
Yeah,
That's
I'm actually surprised you've played that many games.
I've been playing Peekaboo.
Yeah. How's Peekaboo? How was that game?
Let's go Peekaboo.
It's pretty arcadey, I'd say.
Is it? Yeah, it's short
Yeah.
and sweet.
You
Quick-
just put a
quick
quarter
games.
in and go.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. Well, that's fun. All right, Austin, you have been, if I'm looking at the list here properly, you have been playing a bunch of action RPG / MMORPG / all sorts of random stuff. What do you got?
Which is weird. Okay, wait. On my list, well, I played Diablo 3 with you, and then I actually played a bunch of Diablo 3 without you.
Wow.
I didn't actually play that much Diablo 3 without you, but
TFTI.
I did start playing Diablo 3, and I really, really like it. We've played it a few times over the last several years, but we always played it on PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
But then, as you know, I just built my PC a few weeks ago, so I've been playing Diablo 3 on that, and I like it a lot better. Which I'm sure anyone who plays Diablo 3 is listening like, duh.
Yeah.
But it's really fun, and I was kind of like hopping back and forth between a lot of the Blizzard games. I was playing Starcraft, which I like, you guys love, and it's cool, but I didn't really grow up playing it. I had Warcraft 3.
Mhm.
So for nostalgia purposes, that's what I think of. So I really wanted to buy the remake, but I didn't want to buy anything. I just wanted to play it. And then Diablo 3 felt like, I don't know, because I was playing StarCraft, but I was not loving it. And then Diablo 3 felt like the fun Blizzard point and click type thing I was in the mood for. So I ended
Yeah.
up buying that for more than Warcraft 3 would have cost,
I'm
but
in
I
a
like
weird
it better.
spot with Diablo 3 right now because last time I played it was with you, and
Yeah.
I started to get all these cool ass abilities because I play in at the Necromancer character, and there's like I can do like a lot of cool shit now, but like it's still, I don't know, I think of it almost as a chore still, like the loop of it, you know, like, oh, just beat up on these guys and then go beat up on these guys. Like, I think it's just the genre of the looter game, you know, where
I think that's video games.
I know it is, but I don't think I like the
That's
loop of the loot
literally
type
like
games.
everyone's always like, oh man, Rockstar Games, Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead. And I'm like, this game is literally you walking to a person and they go, I got a mission for you. And then you run and shoot guys and you come back. And like, that's video games in a nutshell, but I never feel it in the most boring way unless I'm playing a Rockstar game.
I feel it low key a little bit playing Diablo, even though I like the
I
aesthetic
get
a lot,
that. I
but
totally get it.
yeah, I don't know, like I keep thinking about going back to it and I'm like, maybe I'm good. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think for me, it's Arcadey. That's why I've been
here we
jumping
go.
into it. That's
the
thing.
theme.
That
I
is the
think
theme
it's
of today.
Arcadey because you hop into it and you just kind of start playing. It's pretty simple, and you just run around for a bit and shoot some guys, and then when you die, you put another quarter in when you feel like it.
Yeah.
Except obviously we don't need to put quarters in it, so it's better than arcade.
Oh man, the Diablo 3 arcade port coming to.
Literally, it's like Gauntlet, kind
It
of.
is. Yeah,
And-
that makes sense. That's actually pretty much exactly what it is, right? It's just like
Yeah.
Blizzard Gauntlet, which is
Yeah.
chill. I like Gauntlet and I like running through
Yeah.
that game, but I don't know. You know what it is I think like everything feels a little inconsequential where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm just gonna get the new upgrade. I'm just gonna get the new up. Like there's no goal except for I guess the story, which to be honest, I'm not too enthralled with.
Well, when I was playing it with you, you were just running through it, and I was like, I want to hear what they're saying, and then
okay, but it was all just like the graves.
It's
the
yeah,
people,
it's
the
the
graves.
story.
Yeah,
It's
I
the
don't know,
story.
I guess. Anyways, what else you got?
Well, I was playing a little bit of World of Warcraft, which I never liked until like 2 years ago, and then all of a sudden I was like, wait, this is cool. And I was just running
Austin,
around. What?
I saw your list. James Bond games.
I'm not Jake, we're going down the list. Jesus.
Oh,
Jake,
I wasn't
Jesus
looking at the list right
Christ.
now. I'm remembering it.
Jesus
Jake,
Christ.
you're
Oh
jumping.
my
You're jumping.
God.
Jumping the
Jake.
gun here, Jake.
All right, fine.
God. Jake was trying to play peekaboo with the second half of the
No.
list. Yeah, so yeah, I was playing World of Warcraft, and then I played a little bit of the Old Republic, the Star Wars game. It's basically just Star Wars World of Warcraft.
Star Wars,
which is
like Mass Effect, World of Warcraft type
yeah,
BioWare RPG.
that's it actually makes more sense. But because that's what I wanted to play originally, but at the time, a couple years ago, I only had a Mac, so I started playing World of Warcraft since you can't play Old Republic on Mac; it's PC only. But now that I had a PC, I was like, oh, I'll play the Old Republic, and it's pretty cool. I actually have not played that much of it. I played it for like an hour or two, and it's neat.
The
but
opening is pretty strong, I thought.
yeah, it was cool. I think I just wasn't in the mood for it.
Yeah.
And then Alex, our friend Alex Lowe, Alex has been playing it a lot.
Of course he
And
has.
he's been playing it a lot more, and he has learned more of it, and he thinks it's pretty cool. So I need to play with him and catch up a little bit.
Well,
Wait,
But
I don't
I
know
also
anything about it. How is it different from like Battlefront?
It's oh my gosh,
It's
Jake.
literally-
that's like an entirely different genre.
yeah, it's just Star Wars.
So
It's similar in that it's
so is Battlefront. It's just
no, hold on. I was gonna say it's similar in that it's Star Wars and it's third person, and I'm
that's
talking
where the
about
similarities end.
the Battlefront you've played.
Yeah, I played Battlefront 2 in like 9th grade.
That's
I
a
know.
great game.
But Battlefront 2, I feel like it's been around forever. I don't get it. They keep releasing Battlefront 2.
Well,
No,
okay,
they
you're not
no.
wrong, Jake, because they have released like a battle. They did a Battlefront sequel, the original Battlefront, then Battlefront 2, and then they have Battlefront reboot, and then they had Battlefront 2 reboot, which is I don't know. I don't love that game, but
Well, that's confusing.
anyways,
But wait, Austin, what's the difference then between Battlefront 2 and
Old
Old
Republic. One is an MMO. One is an RPG MMO skew. Like Old Republic, like Cody said, it's Mass Effect and World of Warcraft put together.
Mhm.
And Battlefront. I mean, Star Wars Battlefront is kind of just like Star Wars Battlefront, really.
Well,
Like,
you know what it is? It's like the Battlefield games, is what it is. 'Cause
Yeah,
you have
but-
like the
but
role that
was-
you fall into, and then you spawn at the points, you capture the points, you do that.
yeah,
whole
but
thing.
was the original Battlefront that?
yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, I never played Battlefield. In fact, I don't think I've ever played Battlefield ever.
I thought you played
Which
Battlefield
is
3 with
actually
us.
maybe for like a minute at your house, but I've never owned a Battlefield game. Like
Oh, there was. You know what? I was thinking about this the other day. Actually, Battlefield 3 was the last military shooter I legitimately played. Like I was thinking about it. Like looking at Call of Duty, looking at Battlefield, look at all those things. The last one I played was in fact Battlefield 3, which was like 2010. It's like
Yeah.
years ago. It's crazy. No, it
fucking
wasn't
crank
that
them
early.
out.
It was probably like
didn't
2011.
we play Call of Duty a lot at Simon's house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, we played Modern Warfare 2 a lot.
Yeah.
That's when like
I played all three of
Nazi
the Modern
zombies,
Warfare.
too.
I never really played Nazi Zombies. The only time I've actually played zombies is like 2 years ago.
Black Ops 3.
Black Ops 3 was free on PS Plus, and I played zombies mode, and it was really cool. And I was really into that for like a month.
Yeah.
And but I mean, again, it's not multiplayer, but I would just put it on by myself, like survival mode and run around.
I mean,
was
that's
cool.
what it is, right? I mean, you don't need to like
Yeah.
play with other people. It's literally just like a horde mode. It's like go forever and see how far you get. Which is cool because you know, I like shooting zombies and Nazis are fucked up, so I like killing them.
Yeah. But yeah, so Jake, Battlefront original is like Battlefield, and Old Republic is like Mass Effect and World of Warcraft. Although every Star Wars game is just other games with Star Wars skin. I cannot think of one that's not. Like Republic Commando is Halo.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Star Wars Racer is not, but that's just it's just a racer. Yeah. So like it kind of is like, but most of them you can point to literally like a big name franchise and be like, it's Star Wars this.
Star Wars Galaxies was just, you know, the original MMO.
It's just, World of Warcraft. But then I bought Curse of the Moon 2 last night, the Bloodstained game. Yeah, but I played like the first level for like literally 5 minutes, but I really, really liked the first one. I had it on 3DS. And then I have Ritual of the Night, the big, you know, if Curse of the Moon is like Castlevania 3, then Ritual of the Night is like Symphony of the Night. Symphony of the Night? Yeah, what the hell is it called?
See, you've already lost me because like, I feel like these games' names are so...
No, they are on purpose, but Ritual of the Night is the big Bloodstained game, but I'm comparing it to Castlevania, and I'm pretty sure that one is called Symphony of the Night, the one on PlayStation.
Yes.
Yeah.
These all sound the same to me.
Exactly.
They are the same thing. So the reason I like Bloodstained is because I got really into Castlevania in the last couple of years, and Bloodstained is, I cannot remember his name, but he did several of the DS Castlevanias at least. I'm sure he did others. I've read about all of it, but I honestly can't remember. But I own those.
Old Jimmy Castlevania.
Yeah, no, his name's Ego something, because it's like an Egovania is what they call it, because he does it better than everyone else, I guess. But so it's him. I guess he couldn't make another Castlevania game, so he created Bloodstained, which is just Castlevania with different characters. It's literally so similar. There's like it's I don't know how he got away with it, but it's really fun, and it was Ritual of the Night was really good. And so I'm excited to play Curse of the Moon too, because the first one was super fun and it's more simple. It's, you know, like the one hit kills, and it's like very throwbacky, but it's fun.
It's weird that I haven't really got. I mean, I like Curse of the Moon 1, Bloodstained Ritual, Blood Feast, or whatever it is.
No, Curse of the Moon 1 is literally just Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon.
Jake, we've talked about Curse of the Moon series for the last like 2 minutes here. Please name me name one game that we've talked about in the last minute and a half here.
Curse of the Moon, Bloodstained. Yeah, that's about it.
That's it. There are 3 games. There's Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon. There's Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night, and then there's Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon 2. Bloodstained is the big franchise name.
So wait, let me get this straight. There's Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon 1. And
Let's just call it Curse of the Moon.
Okay, but then there's Ritual of the Night. And this new game that came out is the sequel to the first game.
Is the sequel? The first game, it was like, so Bloodstained was a Kickstarter game.
Yeah.
And so Bloodstained was a Kickstarter game, and to hold people over because they were taking longer on making Ritual of the Night, they made Curse of the Moon, which was like a throwback. Like I said, it's more like Castlevania 3, I believe, and it's simpler, and it's like an old, like, I don't even know if it's a Super Nintendo game. It's like an NES game, I think. Okay. I don't remember. I don't know what Castlevania 3 was on. I didn't have it. I've played it on Switch and on, 3DS or whatever. Yeah, but
it's on like 10,000 different consoles.
Yeah, and so Curse of the Moon was just like a throwback thing. Like, here's a little something to hold you over. It's got some of the characters you're going to encounter in a different style, and it's got some story stuff. It's got some bosses that you'll see in a different style, because Ritual of the Night has, the bigger graphics, the bigger adventure, and it's got like, it's more like the later Castlevania games where there's a big castle that you're exploring, and you unlock parts of the map.
Yeah. So Jake, if you're not familiar with Castlevania, the term Metroidvania is where like they're both the same type of genre.
Yeah. If you've played Metroid, then you that'll help you understand what Castlevania is at a certain point.
I've actually heard you say Metroidvania more than Castlevania.
Yeah.
Well, because Metroidvania is a type of game.
Yeah. It's like the genre.
I like Metroid games.
So do I. Which is weird because I don't really like
Castlevania games.
Yeah, I don't really fall into Castlevania games, but I love Metroid games.
I oddly don't like Metroid games that much, which is weird because it's not like the world doesn't appeal to me. but I've only played a few of them. But
Which ones have you
I didn't
played?
really grow up with either one. In fact, I grew up more with Metroid than Castlevania. I've played Prime, but I've never beaten it. I've only
Metroid
played
Prime's
like
so
the
good.
first like 25% of Prime, and then I had one or two for Game Boy Advance, and I've played some of the older like original ones, but on Game Boys or on 3DS. And then I had what was the 3DS one? Samus Returns or Return of Samus?
Return of the Samus. Yes.
Yeah, so I've played those. It's pretty much it, and the first Prime a little bit.
Oh, I love
And
Prime.
To be honest, the only ones I've played actually are the Game Boy ones. I haven't. I mean, I've tried Metroid Prime, but I actually couldn't get into it.
You love the.
But to be
Metroid
fair,
Fusion.
Metroid Prime isn't really like the Metroidvanias we're talking about.
Yeah, they're way
though.
different. They're way different.
Yeah, they're super different.
Fusion was great, but I also played Zero Mission. But
Oh yeah.
Fusion was incredible.
Yeah. Actually, people actually kind of they don't hate or dislike it, but they were kind of critical of how easy like you know how like the little robot is like constantly telling you where to go in that game, Jake.
Yeah.
People actually don't like it for that reason because they kind of like the to explore. Or you're forced to explore. That game kind of always gave you a direction to go, which is fine. I appreciate it, but some people didn't. But really quickly, I want to talk about Castlevania 3: Dracula's Curse really quickly.
Wait, hold on 2 seconds before you get off of Metroid. I actually the other Metroid game I played is Metroid Prime Hunters for DS.
Oh yeah, that's like a totally different game.
Yeah, I like have vague memories of it, but I feel like it was more like
It's like it's like a
called
shooter.
Metroid Prime. Yeah, it's more like Prime than it is
Yeah.
like the other Metroid games. But I forgot about that one till just now.
On the box art for Castlevania 3: Dracula's Curse, there is a giant sticker that says "Win a trip to Dracula's hometown." Details inside.
That's awesome. We got to do it.
I think we might
Wait,
be a
has
little
anyone
late.
done it?
I don't know. We might be a little
I'm
late to
sure.
win the contest.
Yeah, but we can find out where people went and we can go.
So Dracula's hometown is like just Transylvania, right? Like where else?
I mean, it's got to be.
I think so.
Wait, where?
Why
are
would
we
you want to
seeing-
go to Transylvania in
Yeah,
1989?
win a trip to Dracula's
Like,
hometown. Details inside. Hold on.
wasn't
I would fucking go to Transylvania. I don't care what year it is.
Transylvania? Okay, what? God, hold on. Transylvania is not exactly like when was Romania a part of the a Soviet Union state
I don't
at
know.
any point?
I know Castlevania games, Cody. I don't know geography.
Okay, because I feel
What
like
is
you wouldn't
this?
want to be there.
Yeah, I
This
thought
isn't a
was about
geography
games and/or
podcast. What the
movies.
fuck? I didn't know there'd be a quiz.
I know. Well, you wouldn't want to
Wait.
be there in 1989. Is my point. I feel like that was a very contentious region, but whatever. All right, Austin.
Well, yeah. Oh, wait, we're not done. I'm going down my list.
Yeah, talk about your games,
let's
boy.
skip over that one since Jake wanted to fucking skip
Mhm.
ahead. No, I'm kidding. We'll go into it. Yeah, I've been like really, really, really wanting to play the old James Bond games again.
Mhm. When you
and
say
I think-
old James Bond games, I think GoldenEye.
I mean, literally. Okay, well, fucking, there's just a ton of James Bond games. You know, oddly enough, GoldenEye's the one I never owned because I didn't have an N64.
Mhm.
I had Agent Under Fire. You had Nightfire. I know you guys played
dude,
Nightfire.
Nightfire.
We used to play
Nightfire
Nightfire
was
all
so
the
good.
time.
Fire.
Yeah,
What was the name
Nightfire
of
was
the,
awesome.
What was the name of the map? The snow map, Jake.
I don't remember.
Hold on.
What were the
we
name?
always played it.
What are the name of the rocket launchers that you shoot from across? Sentinels. Yeah,
Sentinel.
Night of the Sentinel, just like X-Men.
that's literally all we
Uh,
did was
that-
park
that's
on either
Snowman.
side.
Skyrail, or Snowblind.
No, it was Skyrail.
Skyrail.
No, it's Snowblind, and it has a Skyrail, I think.
Wait,
Yeah,
It does have a
007 007 Snowblind.
that was it then. And you shoot.
Yeah,
You
wait,
go to the
is this
castle
it?
and you go to the little house and you
Oh,
shoot
wait.
the sentinels at each other the entire game. Oh,
Yeah.
that game was ridiculous. It was fun
No,
though.
Nightfire was awesome. All the James Bond games were awesome, and hold on, let me find a list.
I feel like
Um,
the last James Bond game I played was the first Daniel Craig one.
Oh, the GoldenEye remake.
Was that? I feel like it was
They
something else.
they did a GoldenEye remake, and you played as you could play as Daniel Craig instead of Pierce Brosnan, which is kind of fucked up, really.
Yeah,
But
that is kind of messed up.
wait, son of a bitch, I'm trying to find just a list of James Bond games.
Just type in
Okay,
Google
so there's,
list
like,
of
early-
James
okay,
Bond
so-
media.
Obviously, oh, here it is. Okay, so there's some games in the 80s that we've never played. Obviously, we're going to start with GoldenEye because that's where we start.
Yeah,
So GoldenEye 007,
great game.
1997 for
Has
N64.
not aged well, but it's a good game.
Yeah. And then there was a game called James Bond 007, which I've never played. I did not play Tomorrow Never Dies or The World Is Not Enough. I did play 007 Racing, which I believe was for the first PlayStation.
007 Racing.
Wait, the World Is Not Enough was actually not a bad James Bond.
Yeah, I've never played it.
It's just forgettable.
The game or the movie?
I think a lot of people would
Probably
probably
both.
say all these games are forgettable, but fuck them.
Yeah.
But okay, so I did play 007 Racing, but the big one for me, because I said I didn't have an
007
N64, was Agent Under Fire.
Oh yeah, I remember Agent Under Fire. That was a Daniel Craig one, wasn't it?
No, are you out of your mind? This came out in 2001. Daniel Craig wasn't James Bond
He
until
wasn't even
2006.
alive yet.
The only Daniel Craig James Bond games are Quantum of Solace, GoldenEye 007, and Bloodstone, and
Yeah,
probably
Cody.
007 Legends.
Is that the one?
I haven't played it, but I've heard it's good. All I've heard are good things about it, and I really want to play it, but I don't have a PS3.
I've never heard of this.
Oh, I have a
007
PS3,
racing
but
game.
it won't. I have. It's because you didn't have a PlayStation. Well, you did have a PlayStation, but you didn't play it.
I
You
did
think
have
you
a
played it,
PlayStation.
but you didn't play it.
I didn't play it. I played good
Exactly.
video games on my PlayStation,
Okay.
like Spyro the Dragon.
Anyway, 007 Agent Under Fire was awesome and revolutionized my video game playing life. But I
Why?
I loved shooters.
Wait,
growing up.
why? Why did it revolutionize?
Well,
your video
because
playing?
I loved it, and it was a cool James Bond game. You did crazy stuff. I'm pretty sure. Wait, did this one have the trip mines, or did Nightfire have the
Dude,
trip mines?
every James Bond
Maybe
game
they
had trip
both
mines.
had the trip mines, but this I don't know that this had multiplayer, and if it did, I didn't play it because I was an only child and had no friends. So I would just play single player and go through the story mode. But I loved this game.
Which one?
and
Agent
then-
Under Fire?
Agent Under Fire, and then obviously Nightfire came out, and Nightfire was like
Rocked
the
our
story
world.
mode was fun, but multiplayer rocked our world. And I had that on GameCube,
Yes.
and that one was like solidly that's Pierce Brosnan in the title role, because Agent Under Fire, if you look at the cover, it's like he's in shadow, so you can't tell who he is.
Oh, really? Let me see.
Yeah,
Agent
it's a
Under
they don't want
Fire.
to pay for the likeness, and it's just
Oh,
James
yeah.
Bond. It's not an actor. It's just James Bond.
This is the most generic
that's
looking
kinda
spy.
sad.
If this
I don't-
didn't
that makes-
have
it does not a generic looking spy. That is
yes, it
solidly
is.
James
no.
Bond.
If
I'm
you
offended.
got rid of the 007 logo behind that, it would look exactly. It could be like Agent
but
fucking
that's
Cody Banks.
But
like,
that's because no, it's not Agent Cody Banks. That also he's got the fucking Walther PPK. So no, I'm pretty sure that's what that is. So
Okay.
no. it's
Also,
clearly
wait,
James Bond.
hold on. James
Also-
Bond has also established what the
The
modern spy looks like these days.
Yes,
Yeah.
but thank you, Jake. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Is it's you say generic spy, but that's because generic spy is based on James Bond.
Yes.
So
And but again, without that 007 Agent Under Fire, the agent could be Agent Cody Banks. This could be an Agent Cody Banks. video
you
game.
could just make a game called Agent Under Fire and look like that, and it would be like, look at this James Bond ripoff. But
Yeah.
this was a real James Bond
When
game.
did this game come out? 2001. Well, this game
2001.
kind of predated the every single video game cover was the orange and blue. Every single one.
Well, that
Like what?
a lot of that comes from because fucking Born Identity did that with movies too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
'Cause
annoying.
they're complementary colors, right? Orange and blue.
Yeah.
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 So every single box art on like every single video game was orange and blue. Mass Effect 3
Like-
is like that. I think
yeah,
Mass
a
Effect
lot
1
of
is
them
like
are
that.
like-
The Battlefield games are like that. A couple Call of Duty games are like that. It's
Yeah.
always a guy walking
Movies do it
towards
too.
Yeah, a guy walking towards the camera with like an explosion behind him, but half of the explosion is like coming through the side of him. It's
Yeah.
every single game has a cover like this, especially in the last like 10 years.
Yeah, but then okay, so moving on a little bit. So Agent Under Fire and Nightfire were great. Nightfire was more multiplayer for me, and we played that a lot together, all of us. And those were first person, but then Everything or Nothing came out, which was third person, and it was more. I don't know if there was multiplayer, but I thought it was really cool. I think I played through it once. But I really liked it. I think my cousin had it. That's why I didn't play it as much. I never owned it. But Heidi Klum was in it. Obviously, it's
Oh,
Pierce
snap.
Brosnan. And if I'm not mistaken, Shannon Elizabeth was also a Bond girl in it.
Did Seal sing the main theme?
Willem Dafoe was in it.
Did he sing the main theme?
No, but there is a theme. Judy Dench played M in it. John Cleese played Q. Yeah, Shannon Elizabeth was in it.
Wow,
like,
that's like the whole
oh,
cast.
Maya. Do you remember the singer Maya?
Ooh, do I remember the singer Maya?
I'm pretty sure Maya is on the Moulin Rouge song with Christina Aguilera and
Oh,
everyone.
So okay, that yeah.
But Maya is in it. Like it was like a all-star cast game, and Richard Kiel, who he played Jaws, right? Yeah, he played Jaws in the
Wait,
James
Jaws
Bond
is in
movies.
this game too?
I don't know if Jaws is in it Oh
Well, but
yeah,
the
no,
guy-
Jaws is in it, and it's portrayed by Richard
Wait,
Kiel. So Jaws is in the game.
Jaws the shark.
No, Jaws the Bond villain,
The guy with
Oh.
the like braces.
the teeth,
Yeah.
but the grill basically. But
Yeah, pretty
but yeah, it was like an all-star cast. It was cool. I liked it. I mean, obviously I haven't played it in years, but it was cool. It had an opening theme. I think all of them did.
So
I
wait,
don't remember
where
Agent Under.
where are you trying to play these games now? Because I thought you said they weren't on Steam.
They're not on Steam. Well, Steam isn't the only place to play video games, Cody.
I am very aware.
Well, a lot of them are available on GameCube, so I'm going to start hunting them down. I have Nightfire. I have Agent Under Fire for PS2, but I don't think my PS2 works anymore. I actually think I also have what I believe was my cousin's copy of Everything or Nothing. I'm pretty sure. I'd have to look. And then, okay, but next was GoldenEye Rogue Agent, which I did own.
This is starting to fall into the Curse of the Moon like era. Yes,
no,
it's
this
like
is easy. We're on
Agent-
GoldenEye Rogue Agent.
Agent Under Rogue Fire, car.
They gotta
explosion.
use similar words. They do this shit with everything.
But I'm so lost. I'm like, there are like 10 different.
We're going through different games.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are. We're going.
I need
through
to
them.
like
So,
timestamp all of these so that I don't
Okay.
get lost.
I'm literally looking at. I'm going to send you the list, and then you
Okay.
will very easily. So here's the Wikipedia page: James Bond and video games.
Agent Under
if you
GoldenEye.
if you scroll down to the history section, you will see on the right a timeline. Wait, where's Zoom? Okay, I'm going to send it in Zoom. Ready.
I'm ready.
All right.
Ready. Oh boy, I'm ready.
Paste, and there it is. Okay, now you can look at it. Okay, so then GoldenEye Rogue Agent comes
wow,
out.
There's a lot of games.
Yeah, I told you. That's why I'm trying to zip through them faster. We're almost done. GoldenEye Rogue
Oh my
Agent
God.
comes out. I had that on PS2 or Xbox. I don't remember.
Mhm.
Look, it has the PS2 online broadband only thing. It was not very good.
Wait,
in my
hold
memory.
on. The Rogue Agent cover is the most intense James Bond cover I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Well,
and he has a
yeah.
golden eye.
Wow. So wait,
It's a sequel to the N64 GoldenEye.
is this the
it
one
was a
with?
big
Is
deal.
this the one with what's his face?
I think you can dual wield.
This
Daniel
looks
Craig.
like a
No,
Tekken
no,
game.
this is not the Daniel Craig one. Hold on. This is a sequel to GoldenEye. This is not the Daniel Craig one.
Wait. Pussy Galore is in this game. Odd Job's in this game. Xenia Onatop's on this game, and Francisco Scaramanga's on this game.
It's fine.
Oh
It's
my
it's a
God.
video game. It's all about.
But didn't he foil all these people? Like, didn't James Bond didn't Odd Job die? Didn't
Okay, there's not really continuity across the James Bond franchise.
I
Like
thought that dude
Pierce
got electrocuted.
Pierce Brosnan did not fight any of these people except for Xenia Onatopp.
Yeah, that's true. Famke
So
Janssen.
this is the Pierce Brosnan Odd Job, and the
Is it
Pierce Brosnan.
Famke or Famke?
I'm not sure. I've never heard her say it.
Janssen,
but
Janssen?
the soundtrack was by DJ Paul Oakenfold, which is crazy. But anyway, Rogue Agent was not very good. I think you could dual wield because of Halo 2. That's all I remember.
Yeah.
And then after that was From Russia with Love, which I've actually never played, but it had Sean Connery, and I'm pretty sure it's just based on the movie.
Is it actually Sean Connery's voice?
I don't know that. But it is his likeness. I know that for sure. Let's see. Cast.
EA says that GoldenEye
James
Rogue
Bond,
Agent,
it says he's voiced by Sean Connery. Yeah.
007
That's cool.
Racing and GoldenEye Rogue Agent are spin-offs that do not make part of the canon they have built with Tomorrow Never Dies, the game.
Yeah. So it's whatever they wanted to do. That's what it says.
So
It's a
that's why
crazy-ass video.
Scaramanga and Dr. No are all alive.
Yeah. So, like I said, I've not played From Russia with Love, but I've actually heard good things about it. Then there was Quantum of Solace, which, I mean,
The movie's not good.
I didn't even know it existed until yesterday. And then in 2010, there was GoldenEye 007, which is the remake
That's the
you're
one on
thinking
Wii,
of.
right?
Yes, on Wii.
Yeah,
Which
I had
is
that
a
one.
shame because the Wii sucks. So it would be nice to
Ooh.
play this on something that doesn't suck.
I mean, that's probably true.
Like the Wii was cool at the time, but the Wii has not aged well, and it's just
No.
because they've improved on it.
Yeah, it's because the Wii. It's wild because the Wii captured like 10,000% more larger of a market than like any other console at the time.
Yeah.
So it's like there was a lot of shovelware on that console because it was so popular, right? Like developers made like 1 million games for it.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's kind of like devalued the Wii in a way.
Yeah, well, but it also just, there are games I really liked on Wii, but every time I try to go back and play them, I'm like, wow, I wish they'd put this on a better system.
Yeah. Well, it's
So I
tough
can
because
just-
it like looks all the games look like real modern video games, like, but they're not in HD as well.
And that doesn't even, honest to God, like doesn't bother me. It's just like trying to figure the controls and like, do I have the nunchuck? Do I have the fucking thing
Yeah.
that clicks into the bottom of the Wiimote? Like, it's just a lot.
Well, that was another issue with the Wii, is that it had so many peripherals.
So many
Because
peripherals.
they were so popular. Like all these, like it was like Mad Catz and 20 other companies were like, oh, get the Wii gun that's shaped like this, and get the Wii this, and get the Wii, you know?
Yeah, but the thing is, that stuff's always there. Even before that, there were like solid like Nintendo, you have to have it to play this things.
Did you have the Game Boy like Color, or not? It's not
No.
even necessarily Game Boy Color. It's like the Game Boy like not mirror. It's the magnifier.
You don't know what this thing is.
No,
from
no, no,
the
no.
sounds
It's the
of it.
magnifier and like the speakers on the side.
No, but I know what you're talking about.
It looked like a Frankenstein monster Game Boy once you were done.
No,
but I had
that's
all that.
bonkers.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that was the GoldenEye remake, which my memory of it was that it was really cool. And yeah, you played as Daniel Craig, I believe, instead of Pierce Brosnan. I don't think there was any way to play it otherwise. And then that came out actually the same year as Bloodstone, which also has Daniel Craig. I've heard good things about, but haven't played. And then the last James Bond game released was in 2012. It was a first-person shooter, and from what I understand, you like played through like it. I'm sure it was bad. It was like a greatest hits of. It was like, oh, play from this scene from Goldfinger, this scene from Moonraker, like whack. I don't care.
Yeah, whatever.
But for a while, like James Bond games were on top, and they were so fun. And I mentioned this to you guys last night in a text. Like I was watching gameplay footage, and every time you click through the timeline at any point, like you click like a 7 hour, it's like some guns blazing, and I'm like, wow, this looks so fun. And when you do it with newer games, it's like a lot of like, oh, this is the moment where you're walking around while someone talks to you over comms, and like that's fine.
Well,
but
it's like a double-edged sword, because it's like the games as a medium have kind of like taken themselves a little bit more seriously, in the sense that like they've kind of slowed down a bit.
But I think that's why Doom 2016 was such a breath of fresh air, because it was like, let's just go, let's just play. And almost every moment of that game, I feel like, was spent doing crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And I like both. That's the thing. Like, I'm not like, oh, they should go back. Like, I think I would like to get more games that are just bonkers, not trying to be Doom, but just trying to be that kind of like action, and less concerned with other stuff. But
some might call it
Arcadey.
Yeah. More that's how I describe Doom 2016 all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
But then anyway, and then also because I have my PC, I've been playing Alan Wake, which I played in 2010 when it came out on my Xbox 360. I loved it. I played it like 3 times.
The prequel to Control, the game I have played.
Well, yeah, the prequel to Quantum Break. Control is the sequel to Quantum Break. They're not sequels and prequels, by the way. They're all
just a shared kind of
universe-ish. Well, they're just made by the same people in the same company, so yeah, they reference each other here and there. But
I heard that the newest DLC for Control, like, actually you play as Alan Wake. I feel like I'm crazy.
1, that's a spoiler. I didn't know that.
I think
2,
that's what it is. I have to look it up.
Well, because I played a little bit of Control on PS4, but when I got it, there were like issues with the frame rate fucking up. Because I have the older PlayStation 4, and so I waited for patches. But honestly, at this point, like I might just buy it on my PC again and play it that way. But we'll see. But yeah, I've been playing through Alan Wake because like 6 years ago, I was like, whoa, they have it on Steam. And I bought it for Mac, but I was on a Mac and I didn't read that it was PC only. So I've owned it for years. I bought it for like $1. So I've owned it for years and haven't been able to play it because I haven't had a working 360 either. And I don't have an Xbox One. So I'm really excited to be replaying Alan Wake. And I'm loving it. It's scarier than I remember. Not that it's like horribly scary, but it's just scarier than I remember. And it's a lot of fun. I like shining his flashlight on things.
Oh, so
but
it's
also
like Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, but the
That's
flashlight,
exactly what
like,
I was thinking.
But the thing is the flashlight, like it really is your what is it called? Like your reticle, like the fucking, is that what it's called?
What, like a target reticle, like you point.
Yeah, the target reticle, exactly. Like it works like that. So everything you aim at, if you fire the pistol, like that's where he shoots, and it just, I don't know. I remember the first time I played it thinking that the light hitting stuff looked so good, and it's still just kind of fun to swing the flashlight around the woods.
Yeah.
It's really
Do you
well
control
done.
it with
like
a stick, or how do you
yeah,
use the
it's
flashlight?
it's the right stick, left stick, right stick.
it's
I've
literally
been
just
playing
like
it on an
pointing-
Xbox One.
It's just like pointing the camera.
It's just like a third person shooter the way it
Oh, okay.
works. Yeah, it's like pointing the camera. And so but it's a lot of fun. The game actually looks really good. I think the cutscenes don't look so good, but I think the game itself looks good, and it makes me really, really excited to move to Quantum Break, which I've never played because I didn't have a PC or an Xbox One, and then obviously I finally want to play through the rest of Control because I played like the first hour or two of it, and I thought it was really cool.
I really liked Control. Actually, I came out of that game thinking it was pretty good.
Yeah, that's all I've heard, and you liking it made me even more excited for it because I feel like we kind of, I don't know, the story games sometimes it can be a lot, but
well, Jake, you would love Control because you get an ability to fly.
I do love flying in games.
You do. It's like your favorite. That's like a quantifier for whether or not Jake enjoys a video game. 90% of the time is whether or not you can fly.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's
I'd say
100% true. That's why you're obsessed with Just Cause. Well, Jake, have you played the Batman games, the Arkham games?
I don't have a system to play them on.
Holy shit, because Jake loves Batman and he loves flying.
He
and
would-
in
he would
Arkham
probably
City,
love those games.
in Arkham City, you like don't have to touch the ground. You just bat grapple everything and then glide and then bat grapple. It's like being Spider-Man almost.
Jake,
Sounds
I
like
wonder
my
what
kind of
Jake.
game.
I wonder what Jake would think about new Spider-Man game, actually, as well.
I think he would like it. I mean, my problem with it was that it just felt like Spider-Man 2.
Yeah,
in
it felt
kind
like
of
a 10-year-old game.
Yeah, it just felt old. That's why but except the combat, but the combat just felt like Batman.
Yeah.
That's why I couldn't get through the Lord of the Rings games, and I was excited for them, but I was like, this is literally just reskinned Arkham.
Yeah.
And it was annoying because it's WB games, so you know for a fact it's reskinned Arkham.
That's true.
But those Batman games are awesome, and I just bought those.
Well, we're going to talk about the
Steam.
studio that made Batman very soon.
Rocksteady. Oh, are
Rocksteady.
they in trouble? They're in hot water.
They've been in trouble for a couple of years, but now they're in trouble. It's okay. We'll get to them. Anyways, those are your guys' games. What have I been playing?
Nothing good.
Nothing good. I haven't been playing anything. What's a video game?
Cody, have you ever heard of The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time?
Is that the
Wait, hold on.
is that the-
Question: Are you really going to spend podcast time
No, I'm
talking
not.
about games you're putting on your YouTube?
No, but I will mention them. I've been playing Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. That game is great. Greatest game of all time. Love that thing. Yes.
But only the second
No, it's good.
Zelda game.
It's really good.
Okay, Jake, I'm actually curious. Would you put Wind Waker
This is a-
behind or above Ocarina of Time?
This is
Oh,
a
that's-
podcast in itself, just so everyone listening knows.
Behind or
The-
above?
That's actually a really good question. I don't know.
Because Wind Waker is a great game.
I will play through Wind Waker finally, and I will be the deciding factor.
We'll see. That game's great. I've also been playing Starcraft. That game's great. I very recently replayed through the entirety of both of those games, Starcraft 1 and Starcraft 2. And I've been waiting for one of y'all to pick it up and play with me. Freaking Jake.
I started playing.
I can't
StarCraft 1.
because I've never felt worse about myself than when I played Cody Schmidt in StarCraft.
Okay, well, we don't have to play with him. It's fine. He is very, very
earned
good.
it.
Don't get me wrong, but no, but Jake, he can also carry you. I was playing 2v2s with him in StarCraft 2, and we won like 9 out of 10 games.
Even that doesn't feel good.
No,
Yeah,
it
that
feels
doesn't-
great.
It
It
sounds
feels-
like it sounds like Cody Schmidt won 9 out of 10
No,
games,
no.
and you were there.
No, he didn't carry me the entire time. I did what I needed to do, even though he told me what to do and I did it. But whatever. Anyways, those games are great. I'm glad I'm playing them on my channel because I think those games are just super fun. And they don't really make RTSs anymore, like at all.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day, because
Yeah.
like where's Warcraft 4? Like where's StarCraft 3?
MOBAs ate it
Well,
up.
I mean, to
League
be
of
fair,
Legends-
StarCraft 3 has 2 more years until they're at the same amount of time
That's true.
from between StarCraft 1 and 2.
Well, MOBAs ate up the genre because League of
Yeah.
Legends and Dota and all those games kind of like they basically took what people liked about RTSs and made them easier. So it's like there's a a larger audience can enjoy it at that point because RTSs are hard. They're hard to get into.
I think they're really easy to get into. Like I feel like they're simple to learn.
Maybe the skill floor
Maybe
is not too
StarCraft
high,
and Warcraft.
but the skill ceiling is so incredibly high.
Yeah, maybe it's just because I played them as a kid, and so to me now it's like obvious how they operate. But
Well, anyways.
wait, I was gonna say one more thing. I don't like how certain games are kind of just becoming all multiplayer all the time.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Well, I was actually just about to talk about Fall Guys in that regard. So
oh, okay, yeah, I've not played it, to be honest. I'm so sick of hearing about Fall Guys.
well,
but it's
don't worry. We're
just
gonna
because
talk
I
about
haven't
Fall
played
Guys.
it. Yeah, I know.
Fall Guys. I think that game is really fun, but I've played it for maybe 2.5 hours total, and I feel like I've played the entire game.
I think that's why people like it. Jake would probably like it because it's quick. It's just like Rocket League, isn't it?
I mean, maybe in terms
It's
of like a
like Rocket
competitive
League.
sense. Like
That's
Can you
what I
fly?
mean. That's what I mean.
You can get
You
launched
fall.
around.
You
Because
fall
if you
with
think
style.
about Rocket League, your car can kind of fly.
That's true. It can't see.
That's why Jake likes
You are
it.
the most predictable person on the planet.
Jake
It's
literally
insane.
plays Rocket League in the hopes that he gets blasted across the map for those few moments of pure bliss where he's
Yep.
flying through
And-
the air.
You see the parallels between me and Creek?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
we do.
If Jake dies in like falling out of a plane, and we're gonna know he died happy.
Yes.
Yep.
Anyways, I think
Don't die, Jake.
Yeah, please don't die. I think Fall Guys is very fun, though. Don't get me wrong, but it's not. Well, what they're doing is they're doing a scheduled release of like more stuff in the future. You know, games as a service, right? Like all the games are doing this these days because they want. They don't want you to play the game once and then put it on a shelf and then you never play it again, right? They want you to pick it up in 3 months or pick it up in a month from now, and then you just like, oh, there's new stuff for me to unlock or new challenges for me to complete, which is fine. I respect that, but I'm kind of tired of having to like keep up. It's like keeping up with a TV show, you know? Like
Yeah.
you have to like pay attention week by week. Oh, this new thing was added, or we fixed this bug, so now this new thing or this thing you were doing before totally moot now. You can't do it anymore, you know?
Yeah.
And it's kind of exhausting to keep up with. But Fall Guys is just low stakes enough that I think I'll continue to play it. But I mean, granted, I've only played like 2.5 hours, and I still feel like, oh, that's all we got, guys. That's all we got. But anyways, you know what that game is? It's obviously like very, very reminiscent to me of MXC, the greatest television show of all time.
Yeah. Sorry, I need to throw us back real quick because I just read something that I think will interest you. About this is throwing it way back to earlier in the podcast about Castlevania
James
3.
Bond? Oh god.
No, about Castlevania 3 about winning a trip to Dracula's home.
All right, what do we got?
This Reddit comment from 5 months ago says, did anyone win? There's got to be a story behind this.
Mhm.
And the response says, and I love that it's not confirmed. This is speculation to
Okay.
an extent. As best as anyone can tell, the contest was canceled due to the Romanian Revolution that occurred at the end of 1989.
That's exactly
It
what I
would
was saying.
certainly be foolhardy to drop a kid in the middle of a post-communist country rebuilding itself after violent upheaval, even for Konami.
I feel like that's
So-
entirely on brand for Konami, actually. Like that's
Yeah,
like
well,
precursor to Metal Gear Solid type situation for a child to find themselves into. I told you, I knew that was like, there's no way they sent a child to freaking
Yeah,
Romania
so
in 1989.
As best as we can tell, it was canceled. So that's a good little. And anyway, continue. What were you saying?
Fall
Wait,
Guys.
wait.
What, Jake? What's
I
up?
just want to compliment Austin on his beautiful Toy Story reference.
Toy
Oh,
Story
I
reference.
I heard it, Austin.
Yeah, because you said Jake asked if you fly in Fall Guys, and I said no, you fall with style.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
That's good.
Boo.
You're welcome. I'll be here all
All for
this
the next 10
podcast
minutes.
at least. Yeah.
All right. Anyways, Fall Guys is fun, but I wish that it was a more complete thing instead of just a continually evolving thing. You know,
I think that's a big problem I have with multiplayer games now. Is
Yeah.
it feels like I don't have the whole game. It's gonna come out over a couple of years, and I understand why they do it, but
But it's hard
I
to keep
wish
up
there
with.
were
It's just
I
hard
wish
to
there
keep
were
up
more
with.
multiplayer games that just weren't like it. I wish everything wasn't trying to be that.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm the same way. So, anyways, on my arcade machine that I built, I kind of like peruse through Steam a little bit, and I look for like fighting games to pick up.
Yeah.
And I came across Skullgirls because when I was at the Super Smash Bros. Tournament like last year, I saw a bunch of people playing this game, and I was like, oh, I like the style of that game. Like, the art of it.
I'm looking at it now, and I've heard of it before, but
Yeah.
I really like the style.
And I think it's cool. It's a little like sexually like charged in a lot of ways, which is it can put people off like totally. Like even me, I'm like, like these women are getting hit, and now their animation is like an
I'm gonna buy it now. I'm gonna buy it now. After
it's
that.
like an incredibly like compromising position, and I'm like, okay, maybe it's a little too on the nose.
I don't know if you remember this, but I was for like a month. I was like, wow, I've never played Bayonetta. This looks cool. I really want to play Bayonetta. I got to get Bayonetta. And then I got Bayonetta, and I was like, I feel like I shouldn't have told so many people how much I wanted to play Bayonetta.
Oh yeah, Bayonetta. It looks so.
Yeah, I was like, didn't realize how over, and I don't care. Like, honestly could care less. Like, I think it's funny, but to an extent, there are probably some things I'd be like, that's a little awkward.
I feel like if Jake picked up Bayonetta like 10 years ago, it would be his like favorite video game. I don't know.
Yeah. Can you fly?
Not really, but her she doesn't have clothes. Her hair just turns into an outfit.
Yeah.
But when she like conjures magic, she's naked because she uses her hair.
Mm-hmm.
She's a witch and she fights angels.
But
she has machine guns on her stilettos.
Jake, you like appreciate like that level of kind of absurdity in terms of like
it's fucking bonkers.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's super fun though.
Yeah.
I've not played part 2 yet.
I need to too, actually. Dude, Bayonetta 3 was
I need
announced
to
like
beat the
5
first
years
one.
ago, and it's still they've announced nothing about it. I don't even know if that game's gonna be coming out anymore.
Yeah, I don't. Sounds like it's not.
Anyways, Skullgirls is fun, but we're gonna get to trouble with Skullgirls, which is unfortunate that I started playing it just recently. And also,
it looks cool though. But I was also gonna say, just as an aside, I mentioned that game River City Girls to you.
Oh, I picked
just
that game
made me
up on
think
my
of it.
arcade machine too, actually.
Oh shit, is it fun? Because I really want to play it. It looks like it'll fill the void that the Scott Pilgrim game not being on anything.
Oh, I
has
know
left
they
me
took
with.
that off. That's crazy.
Yeah, that game was super fun.
Yeah, it very much is that style of beat 'em up. So
yeah.
Anyways, I've also been playing like there's only 2 mobile games installed on my phone right now, and it's Fire Emblem Heroes and Pokemon Masters. I don't think I actually like either of these video games, but
I don't think you like mobile games.
I don't like them in general, but Fire Emblem Heroes, which is literally just like baby version of normal Fire Emblem. It's you know what it is for me? It's like that daily check-in type situation where it's like, all right, let me open my phone, let me click on Fire Emblem, and let me get the orbs, and then move on with my life. Pokemon Masters is even worse in that regard because I feel like I've never actually played this game. They have this like it's like Pokemon Battles, right, where you choose like a like your character with a Pikachu, and then you're fighting against like some sort of like Empoleon or something. And anyways, they have an auto battle system. And I have found if you put it up to max speed and then click auto, you can win like 90% of the fights in that game. So it's like I don't think I'm legitimately playing it. I'm just watching it unfold, and it's like a clicker in that respect where it's just like, oh, I'm watching the numbers go up, woohoo! But it's hitting that adrenaline for me in a way that I'm like, or that dopamine that I'm just like, okay, I can just check in every day with that.
Yeah, well, it's easy. You just do it for a couple minutes and you're done.
Yeah, exactly.
I fall off of stuff like that, though.
So, Jake, you're going to love the last game I'm going to talk about because
Wait, hold on. Before you get there, Bayonetta 2 was announced in 2017, by the way.
Bayonetta 3, you mean?
Bayonetta 3, that's what I meant. And the time between Bayonetta 1 and 2 was 5 years.
Okay, that's not that crazy.
So it's not really. They're kind of on track for it.
They're kind of niche anyways, so, I get that it's not.
I'm surprised Nintendo, of all places, picked up Bayonetta.
Dude.
Just because it's not family friendly.
Oh, not at all. But Nintendo's not necessarily all like that. Like they have some like questionable relationships with like M-rated type games in the past. Like think about like the Conker games, and I mean Resident Evil 4, wasn't that like a GameCube exclusive for a hot minute?
I think it was.
Yeah. See, stuff like that.
Well, because I think they were trying to sell it to adults too, because everyone went from maybe the PlayStation and the Xbox.
Yeah.
I always felt like PlayStation was kind of in the middle because you could get like Jack and Daxter and you could get, like then also the more adult stuff on it. But Xbox was like solidly like adult gaming for a while. Yeah,
that's true. Well, I think Nintendo, they dabble, which I appreciate.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah. Bayonetta's like not super out of their realm, but I was a little surprised.
Yeah. Anyways, Microsoft Flight Simulator, Jake. You like flying, don't you?
Well, that's just in a plane.
Okay, but you see,
if you can eject yourself at Jake wants Microsoft crash simulator where
they
you
don't have
eject
that.
Yourself from the plane.
If you actually crash in this game, the screen just goes black. Like there's no like explosion of flames and stuff, which part of me appreciates because like I feel like if they did enable that, people would just play that game like, oh, let me just crash into these buildings. Oh,
yeah, but that's fine. That's
I know,
fun.
but I think it's taking itself seriously in like the sim genre, where it's just like, okay, this is designed to be you practicing how to fly and not you practicing how to crash, you know?
Yeah, it's not a burnout game.
Yeah, it's not a burnout game. Yeah, but it's
Burnout games are fun though.
yeah, it is pretty cool though. I love how detailed it is. Like I've never played any of these type of sim games before, so it's like, oh man, like I feel like I'm dipping my toe into like some other person's like life for a second, because I'm like, this is not my world at all, you know, like this sim flying world, and it's interesting to see. All right, anyways, that's a bunch of video games we played.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about news. Random news.
This is not gonna be fun.
No, it's not fun. There's like just this. I think I'm just gonna like pull articles from like the last 2 weeks for the most part. Things that I think are important to talk about. 3 things. One from PC Gamer, which is regarding Skullgirls.
Opening it now.
Yeah. One from The Guardian, which is about Rocksteady and some sexual harassment that they had over the last couple of years. And the last one is also from Kotaku, which is a Assassin's Creed creative director fired due to some misconduct, which I'm pretty sure is not actually sexually charged, but I think it might. I have to look through the article again. Anyways, I want to talk about Skullgirls really quickly, because this kind of like dampened my my excitement for this game. The lead designer of the game, guy named Mike Zymont, he was basically throughout like the duration of like a very, very large portion of like his career in terms of working with his the studio that he was working with, Lab Zero, and what was it called before that? Reverge Labs. He basically was just like, it's amazing how many studios are doing this these days. Riot Games was doing the same thing. They like have their leadership positions like making sexually like sexual inappropriate comments to like their female staff, or just disgusting like statements. Like this guy Zymont, he was making fun of Eric Garner and George Floyd.
Yeah, I saw this. It says criticism began in June after he referenced Eric Garner and George Floyd.
Yeah.
George Floyd's last words, "I can't breathe," to make a joke on live stream.
Yeah, so it's just like it's just depressing how many folks in power in like companies and businesses are like this, because I mean, the game industry is like very much like a male dominated industry, despite it having a large, like a very, very substantial amount of like
female fan
base. There are female workers, of course, but it's just like, you know, that classic joke about, not even joke, that classic like setup of the one girl in engineering class, you know, like she's the one that gets hit on and gets all this stuff, and it's really disgusting. But I'm really glad that like motions, like they're taking this seriously. Like this guy, they got rid of him. He's not working in the company anymore. And just like the Assassin's Creed one with the creative director over there, he was I think he was like sleeping around with like this person is married. When he wants to start a relationship with you, know that he's married. Like he's like sleeping around the company, or like engaging with female employees and engaging with people in a way that's just disgusting. And it's really good that people are getting removed. Like they're not leading these teams anymore. They're not leading these companies, which is really good.
Yeah, well, I feel like a lot of it is spillover from the film industry.
Yeah.
This has been happening for years at this point in the film industry, which is a good thing. And sorry, Jesus, I need to get some water in a second.
All right, Jake, you work at a real business, quote unquote.
1 sec, I'll be right back.
Who does somebody talk to if there's like some sort of like sexual misconduct? Do they go to HR or what?
I mean, that's part of the problem that we're seeing in non-entertainment is the HR department is where you're supposed to go, and it's not helpful.
Yeah, exactly.
So the big example is Uber, where Uber had a number of these allegations, and people went to HR, and HR told them, "Nah, that's not what you're experiencing."
Because HR, they work for the company at the end of the day, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, who do you go to? I mean, I guess you take it up as far as you can, and if you can't go further than that, you probably take it to the authorities or something,
or the internet, right? Because
or the internet, sure, or you leave the company, and that's probably the safest thing for you. If you're experienced.
But obviously that's not what people want to do, right? Because they don't want to leave a company, especially like think about the game industry where like these are like people's dream jobs, you know, like they played games their whole life and they're finally getting a chance to work at like a studio, even like independent studios, and then they deal with this, and it's so. And think about an independent studio. There is no HR department. There is nowhere for you to go. Like, your boss is probably the guy that would take care of those allegations, But if your boss is the guy doing it, what do you do?
Well, the thing is, I think something that to acknowledge is that they were probably dealing with this before they started working there. Just random places they'd go.
Oh, sure.
Like the same kind of behavior.
Sure. Yeah, but it's unfortunate that, like, I feel like it people, all the people on the right love to lambast the cancel culture idea, but it's such a powerful tool for people that have no other voice, right?
Yeah, well, I think there's an issue with people like looking for dirt on someone just because they don't like them for other reasons, like almost even nothing there. But yeah, like and that's annoying that people do like try to, like, if people lie or something. Yeah, but I feel like
that doesn't mean like the justice system is upended because one guy was falsely accused.
Yeah, like it sucks, but like, well, there's a lot of stuff that is being said that needs to be said and is happening. Like, yeah.
But anyways, I'm just glad that these these are top tier guys, like these are creative directors and like leads of projects and leads of teams, and they're all getting the boot, which
they think they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing I don't understand. Or like, who are these dudes that do and say like just weird shit to people and out of nowhere?
Yeah. Well, it's the sense of authority, and I feel like there is something to be said about like people getting caught in that, like, oh, I'm the top dog here, so what I say goes, like, and it's tough to separate like that idea that your boss, just because he's your boss doesn't mean you have to listen to everything he says or put up with it, because people, especially as I was mentioning before in the game industry, they want to be eager to please in that regard, like they want to be the guy that got the job done, or they want that job, so it's like, what are they supposed to do?
Well, that's a lot of industries.
It's every industry.
It's more than just a game. It's pretty much
being afraid to like speak up to your superiors.
Yeah, because you want to advance. You want to make more money, and you feel if you do something that your superior doesn't like,
you don't want to be like
And if your superior is
exiled from the group,
exactly.
If your superior is a douchebag, then it's like it's like the worst possible situation for an employee.
Yeah, but I mean, you gotta like. If someone's being a piece of shit and treating someone poorly or hurting someone in some way, like you have to speak up.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a cop.
Yeah, that too. Anyways, let's go on to a crazy saga really quickly, which is, have you heard about the Fortnite and Apple saga?
I have.
No.
All right, Jake, what do you know about the Fortnite Apple saga?
I'm going to be honest. I did not see that coming. I did not. That was wow. What a twist.
That's insane. Jake, what do you know about it?
So what I know about it is that Fortnite and other developers are mad about Apple's fees for being on the Apple Store.
Mm-hmm.
And Fortnite decided to just say, screw you, Apple, and start redirecting people to buy straight from Fortnite.
From
Apple
Epic Games, for the record, yes.
Okay, sure.
Kind of.
Apple took them off the App Store, and now I think Epic is suing Apple for doing so.
Yeah, so they've actually they haven't settled, but they've definitely come to like a head with those rulings in a second. But you've got the nail on the head there.
Well,
it's basically,
wait a minute, but I think it's really funny that they were like, "Fuck you, we're just gonna link," but then Apple should totally be allowed to say, "Okay, we're not gonna host you," right?
That's exactly what they did.
But they're complaining about monopoly, essentially, that Apple is being anti-competitive.
Yeah. So the idea is that you can buy these this in-game currency.
But my question is, people can still go straight to Epic Games and buy Fortnite.
Yeah.
They don't even need Apple. So how is that monopolizing? It's not like you can't get it unless they are hosted on Apple.
Well, exactly. And and what's interesting is that the Apple, like when you consider Apple versus like Android phones, Apple is not the dominant part of that market. It isn't. It's Android that's the biggest. And actually they took it down from the Google Play Store as well. But they the key here is that Apple does in fact have that right to police their own marketplace, right? Like if they want to charge you $50 at the door to get in, they have every right to do that. But you don't have to use it, but they can do that. So what Fortnite did is they have this in-game currency called V-Bucks, or Epic Games I should say. And they basically said, oh, instead of buying from Apple and giving them 30% of our cuts, you just buy straight from us. But they're still using Apple's platform, you know? Like it'd be like if you opened a movie theater and then they're selling like popcorn and stuff, and then you just put up your own popcorn stand right in front of it and said, "I just buy popcorn from me before you go inside."
Yeah, as much as I appreciate the move on their part, it was only a matter of time before Apple said, "Okay, bye, get out." Like that sounds like everyone, sounds like it all worked out.
Yeah, so that's exactly what happened. So they pulled Fortnite from the store, but Apple, this is what I don't appreciate. This is what they tried to do. They tried to pull every game off the store that used the Unreal Engine, which is a lot, which is not just Epic Games.
That's insane. Yeah, that's maybe the people in charge of that didn't understand what they were saying.
I mean, that might be the case, but regardless, that's what they were pushing for, because that doesn't hurt Epic Games. That hurts every developer that has ever used the Unreal Engine to make a game.
Someone must have misspoke. Someone must have said, "Let's go after this," not realizing.
Well, I mean, these are highly paid lawyers, so I'm surprised they did that. I'm sure Apple was trying to make a statement, but point is that they the judge ruled that they can't do that. But they can take off Fortnite. So Fortnite is no longer on the App Store for iPhones and iPads and whatnot.
That only sucks because there are a lot of kids that probably love it and play it on those things.
Yeah, well, geez,
but it doesn't disappear from your phone, right?
Ooh, I think it might. No, it doesn't. They can't get rid of the app like that.
Because I still have games on my phone that you can't
But it is
get.
an online game, and it is cross-platform. So you can't necessarily, like, if an update goes through on the PC version or the Xbox version, then
that sucks.
You can't connect with it from the iPad version.
So it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's an interesting thing because it's like it's Epic Games basically trying to like have their cake and eat it too a little bit, but I respect them I respect the hustle a little bit, right? Because I understand trying to get your money. It's your product. But if you're using somebody else's service to push your product out there, they have every right to do what they,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Apple sounds like they're well within their rights.
Yeah. So,
to be honest, it sounds like Epic Games kind of did the thing that you shouldn't do. Like, again, I appreciate it. It's kind of like a punk rock fuck you sort of attitude. But like, Apple... It was only a matter of time before they pulled you.
Exactly. So anyways, the judge ruled in favor of Apple pulling the game, but not the Unreal Engine stuff, which is as far as I'm concerned, this whole situation could boil over is probably the best it could go for now. Obviously, Epic wants their game back on the store because Fortnite makes a bongo money for them. But anyways, let's move on to exciting news, Jake.
What? I can fly?
No, you can't fly in this game because you're playing as Gollum from the Lord of the Rings. They are announcing, I don't know who they are.
Lord of the Rings Gollum.
Yeah, they're making a game called Lord of the Rings Gollum. It's like a stealth game.
Do you just hoard a ring?
Well,
no, you don't sit in a cave with a ring forever. I imagine
there's like years of Gollum doing other shit before Lord of the Rings starts.
Yeah, because remember the beginning of Return of the King when he's like palling around with this guy in the fishing boat and they get the ring, and then like 10 years later.
No, I think it's Lord of the Rings fan.
Oh, Jake.
Wrong.
Jake, that's the wrong.
If only the movies. Wrong.
Yeah. Anyways, but it's a stealth game, which I think is really funny, and I really want to see it in action.
It'll mix Prince of Persia-like stealth action, feature a branching narrative, and expand on the hints given by J.R.R. Tolkien about the store formerly known as Smeagol to create a brand new Lord of the Rings story that aims to fit alongside the books. I didn't realize that sentence was that long when I started it.
Anyways, it's got you know what the part totally means nothing to me is the featuring a branching narrative. Like that means nothing to me because it's like every video game ever.
Yeah. Especially now.
Yeah. Like, what does that even mean? Like, oh, does Gollum come out the end of this game? Like,
well, I think
Smeagol? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah, that's a good point. There's only so many fucking directions it can go. Well, it sounds like you are Smeagol and Gollum through the game. It says Gollum will be a game broadly spent in two distinct states, either stealthily making your way past the various hulking threats living in Mordor and making narrative choices as the warring personalities of Smeagol and Gollum as the warring personalities of Smeagol and Gollum fight for control. So it sounds like it's maybe got a little bit of Mass Effect or Telltale Games.
Some sort of like true. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's like choices that can be made that would, it would affect the game. But I feel like this is the problem with almost all choice-based video games, and we've talked about this before. The diamond-shaped
choice
dialogue tree. you start at the beginning of the game, and then you branch out into like 4 different options, like go left, go right, go up, go down. But at the end of the game, it all comes down back to the top of the diamond, where it all doesn't matter. It's all just one choice, which, granted, is hard to do. I totally understand why games don't have like an incredibly like 10,000 different endings, because that is an insane amount of work.
The thing is, like, okay, just to give like I almost said visual example, but you know, like an example is Until Dawn, right?
Yeah.
Like Until Dawn, it kind of takes you through all these different types of horror movies, but at the end of the day, it's about a Wendigo. And the other stuff you do kind of almost feels like weird filler. And obviously it's a video game, not a movie, but like I wish that Until Dawn, I've said this before, like in the movie Cabin in the Woods, where they go to the basement and they touch a bunch of stuff and they realize later that they have, spoiler alert, chosen the monster that's going to come after them.
Wow.
Like I wish Until Dawn was like like instead of 1 8-hour game, I wish it was like 4 2-hour campaigns. And maybe that was an element. And so the choices you make actually had more weight to them. And there's more reason to play it again besides, can I keep this person alive or can I kill this person in a different way?
Well, I think that's why people like the Telltale games so much.
Guys, wait, hold on.
What?
Sorry. I just got an AP news alert. Chadwick Boseman just died.
What the fuck?
What the hell? Why?
Colon cancer?
Oh man, that's crazy.
Chadwick Boseman died after.
Holy shit!
Wait, what the fuck? I didn't.
He had 4-year fight. Oh my god, with colon cancer.
I didn't even know he was that old. He's 42.
Yeah, but like
they don't know.
That's not even that old.
Yeah, but colon cancer. Wow.
That's what my fucking dad is dealing with right now.
Wow, that's insane.
That's fucking Black Panther. Like he's like.
That's so sad.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Dude, that's insane.
Fuck. That's like, I mean, Jesus.
Wow, that is so sad. Like
that is like huge news.
That is incredibly sad. Oh my god.
Wow, it's not even on. I'm looking on Twitter and there's nothing.
Yeah, AP.
No one's saying anything yet.
I see the Associated Press one.
Yeah, I mean that's the news alert I got because I the AP app.
He must have kept a lid on that because I don't think. I mean,
No,
I didn't
knew
know.
that.
Well, I mean,
I had no idea either.
I mean, why
he
would
certainly
we? Of
didn't
course.
seem like it. No, but he didn't seem sickly at all. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. The interviews you see, the movies, like, seem totally fine.
Wow, that's
Holy
insane. I guess that's a
shit.
testament to like his like skill as an actor, right? Because it's like
There's nothing here.
if you could, oh my god.
Chadwick Boseman breaking 4 minutes ago. So no, holy shit.
Dude, that's
wow.
crazy.
And apparently today is Jackie Robinson Day, and he
Yes.
played Jackie Robinson.
Oh my god, did he?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm 42, right?
That's insane. Oh my god.
Yeah, he played Jackie Robinson. He was James Brown, and he was Black Panther.
Jesus. I like. What the hell?
That's so sad. I can't think of like a sadder like.
Like literally on top of the world. Like he's
He-
one of
he-
the only.
I've said several times, like the only Avengers they have that can maybe carry it now that the other guys are gone, or
Yeah.
Maybe Black Panther. Like, what the hell are they gonna do?
Wow.
Had they already finished filming?
I don't
Black
think
Panther
they
2?
even started Black Panther 2.
Oh,
42. Did he wasn't was he married? I didn't think he had kids, did he?
I did not
Realize he was that old
I
either.
didn't think he did, but
He's not that old though.
no,
Personal
42 is
No, I thought he was like 30. I did not know Chadwick Boseman was in his 40s. It says nothing about a family here.
Well, that's still super sad. My god. 42
fucking-
is no
he's
one needs to
Stupid
go.
young.
Colon cancer for 4 years. Wow.
Jesus. I cannot believe I'm still refreshing Twitter and there's like nobody has said anything about it yet.
That's insane.
Yeah. This is unreal. Wow. That's
super sad. Wow.
hold on a second.
Austin's getting Chadwick Boseman calls.
Hold on.
Anyways, Fall Guys is the most downloaded PlayStation Plus title, Jake.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about that.
All right, cool.
That is awful. I'm so sad to hear. My God, he was. I mean, wow. He literally. I mean, he was at the top of his career. You know, as like a person, as like a voice for so many things. Wow, that's so sad. My God. Yeah, I keep refreshing news websites too to see if there's anything.
There's some random news sources reporting it. The only one that's like really
Associated Press
is the AP, which I usually feel like AP is pretty.
Yeah, they're pretty good
on top of stuff.
All right, let me take a look at some new.
I gotta go watch a baby soon.
I know. Well, it's okay. That was the end of the show, anyways.
Oh, it was okay.
It
I'm
was.
sorry, I put a damper on it at the end.
That's okay.
My
Can you hear
phone
me?
buzzed.
Well, what's up, Austin?
The Chadwick Boseman Twitter. It says, it is with immeasurable grief that we confirm the passing of Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer in 2016 and battled with it these last 4 years as it progressed to stage 4. A true fighter, Chadwick persevered through it all and brought you many of the films you have come to love so much. From Marshall to Da 5 Bloods, August Wilson's, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and several more. All were filmed during and between countless surgeries and chemotherapy.
Jesus.
It was the honor of his career to bring King T'Challa to life in Black Panther. He died in his home with his wife and family by his side. The family thanks you for your love and prayers and asks that you continue to respect their privacy during this difficult time.
Oh, my God. Well, you know what's insane is that my mom literally got a colonoscopy today.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, my dad has been going through chemo for the past,
exactly.
4 months.
If there was ever a moment to remind yourself of your, to check in on your health, it's in somebody else's passing, right? Because it's the reminder that, like, I mean, geez, he, like I just said to Jake, that he was at the top of his career.
Yeah.
He was, I mean, and he's no longer with us. Like, that's Jesus. My God.
Yeah.
Go to the doctor, y'all.
Crazy.
Go get Austin. You have health insurance now. Go to the doctor.
Yeah, I know. Jesus. No, I mean, I've been talking to my dad about that. Like, my dad's like, start now. Eat better. Do this. I'm like, yeah, I know. You're right.
Anyways,
wow.
That's the end of the show.
What an ending.
Yeah, what an ending. Damn, that was crazy. All right.
We didn't get to talk enough about Gollum, but we'll talk about it when it exists.
Yeah, I want to play that game. That's the whole point. Is I want to play Gollum.
I kind of don't care, but it looks like the cartoony Hobbit game a little bit.
Yeah, it kind of does actually, but I want to see it in action. I haven't really gotten into the Lord of the Rings games, so I want to play one that I think interests me.
Some of them were really good. Return of the King was awesome.
Well, yeah, that game's great. I wasn't even considering those ones. Those are like legendary in my mind.
Wait, that was you're talking about like the one from when we were in elementary school?
The one on GameCube?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, was it on GameCube?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we were in elementary school, Jake, that was like N64, PS1 era.
There was a Return of the King that I remember playing in like, I thought it was elementary school. That was really good.
Yeah, no, it was great.
Yeah, Return of the King.
What year did it come out?
Ooh,
2003 with the movie. Maybe 2004, right after the movie.
You play as Faramir and Mr. Hobbiton himself, Frodo.
Huh.
Anyways.
Yeah, well, there was also a Two Towers game that was pretty cool.
Wasn't as cool as
Return of the King was multiplayer. That's why that was the big one.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I gotta go watch a baby.
All right, Jake. Have fun with your baby. Thank you for being on the inaugural episode of the DillCast.
I know. I'm so honored. I don't even know that much about video games, and I was still invited.
That's the whole point. Is I just want like every single I want people to reach out with their fingers and talk about how games have touched them in some way. Because you've played games for a long time, and it's not like you've never played games. You've definitely been in the conversation since you were a kid.
That's true.
Yeah. All right.
That's it.
How do you end a podcast? Do you just say bye and then it ends?
You just say
Thanks
bye.
for coming to my DillCast.
Thank you for coming to my DillCast. Show's
Anytime.
over. Bye.